Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is Glenn, the Paternal Nerd, and this is episode 4 of Biff the Builder. We've glossed over a few things in episode 3, mostly because I guess I left my computer on for 72 hours straight, and it gets a little bit difficult when you do that. And so we've done, after a restart, I've confirmed that our recording is working a little bit better. Unfortunately, I glossed over one of the more important things, which is I want to talk about the Laser Musket. We have upgraded the Laser Musket outside of your view, for which I apologize. We've got the 4-crank capacitor, which means our damage goes up. Basically, it's multiplied by the number of cranks, and then you use up a fusion cell every single time. We're out of fusion cells, so we're actually going to make nice with Paladin Danse and the Brotherhood this episode, so that we wind up with hundreds of fusion cells at the end of that. This is now an amazing sniper rifle. We've got the bracketed long barrel. Again, it only needed Science 1 to go as high as it needs to go. This is the pipe pistol of energy weapons, and the only way that you can get your hands on it is directly from Minutemen, and they don't come up very often. Garvey's your only opportunity to get this weapon at the start of the game. Our range is 239 now with this long barrel, as opposed to, you know, the 107 that it was before, which was pretty pathetic. We've now got the full stock on it, so it's now much more accurate. Although a little bit heavier. It's got the long scope now. We do have the ability to get the night vision, but I'm really holding off until we get Gun Nut 2 and can get the long recon scope, because the recon scope's pretty darn cool. And we've got the beam focuser, which is not the top level one, because that says reduced range. Instead, we've got better range accuracy and recoil on this thing. This is now a very legit sniper weapon. So that's one thing that we glossed over that I'm really, sorry about doing. The other thing we glossed over is that I did confirm that when Mama Murphy disassociates herself from her chair, if you scrap her chair, wait 24 hours, it'll show up in the special again, you can build the chair again, and she'll sit back down so you can dope her up again. So let's dope up Mama Murphy. Just be quiet and let me give you drugs. Quiet, 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 just let me give you drugs.
Come back for the site?
I sure have.
I need Med X this time. Another cam, another window to look through.
Here you go!
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, it just makes everything feel good, don't it?
Oh, you pathetic drug addict.
I'm starting to see clearly. You're walking into a sea, but it's not water you're afraid of drowning in.
Could it be radiation?
Something invisible. It burns. They can show you the way. I can't. I almost thought I could.
Okay, so let's look at our settlements. And we got our workshops here. Grey Garden's in some trouble. And actually, I have an extra person at Red Rocket now. I'm going to send them to Sanctuary Hills so that they do some farming for me. And because it doesn't seem to affect my settlers, I've got a spare settler around here somewhere. And yet... Oh, there you are. We're going to show how to reassign somebody to a different place. Although that guy's actually producing food for us right now. Because I believe this one's a provisioner. Oh, she's a settler too. I guess I only have one provisioner here, so let's have this guy do something. We're going to move him, so that's R. And we're going to send him to Sanctuary Hills so he does some farming. There you go. That's all there is to that. I could do more with Red Rocket, but seriously, that it doesn't matter. We've got 3 water, 6 food, 10 defense. Doesn't matter what we do with that person. It's going to be fine. one of the things you can do if you really want to take a single settlement and build it up to a huge size is you can build up a chain of 5 or 6 or 7 settlements, put a settlement beacon in each one, and then say, I'm never going to have more than 4 or 5 settlers at any of my settlements except this one, and then just keep moving settlers to your one primary place. I've seen that. There's a YouTube video where somebody unlocked Spectacle Island, which is a impressively huge settlement. I think it's even bigger than Sanctuary Hills, and it's an island. It's literally an island in the bay. And when you he unlocked it and turned it into a gigantic settlement with a huge structure in the middle that had 63 people. It was crazy. Very interesting. I don't know if I would ever do that, but it's something that you can do, and I'm sure that the way he got so many settlers in one place was by building up a large chain of settlements and then saying, I'm not going to have more than 4 or 5 people at these other 10 places. I'm just going to shuffle all the additional bodies to this one place, and then putting enough resources there for them to actually be happy. Alright, let's move on and actually go talk to Paladin Danse. I think we're going to do that now this session. We are back at Grey Garden. I tell a lie. We're going to make a quick side trip here. I have confirmed that you can actually assign these robots to guard posts. So if you've got some robots spare and you don't want them to be farming because you don't want them creating so much food that their defense requirements go through the roof, you can now assign them to be on guard posts, which is pretty cool. So now I don't have to bother about settlement beacons or any of that other nonsense. The robots are taking care of themselves. Our defense is up to 26 with the 4 turrets that I put up at each of the corners of this building here. I'm taking radiation from that stupid storm. I'm gonna stop wasting our time. Alright, now we're gonna go talk to Paladin Danse. Really, honestly, we are. And we are now on our way to the police station, which is pretty conveniently located from Grey Garden. And again, we're doing that because we have that 4-crank laser musket, and we are entirely out of fusion cells. And by the time you get to the end of the mission with Paladin Danse, you end up with hundreds of fusion cells. So if you're going to have the laser musket and make much use of it, you owe it to yourself to do that, especially if you've got a crafting character and you want to start obsessively collecting power armor suits like I do. There's no logical reason to it, but it is, if you make nice with the Brotherhood, even if you don't follow the main plot with the Brotherhood, they are handy for getting you a suit of T60 pretty quickly.
Civilian in the perimeter. Let's show them how the Brotherhood does it.
Oops, sorry, Danse.
Fight to the last.
I think I just hit Danse in the face by accident.
Threat neutralized. No mercy.
Yoicks! Just about snuffed it there. Let's give ourselves some extra hit points. I was just saying before, in basically, I think it was the first episode, I had said that I am one of those people that totally forgets to drug up, so let's try and make an effort to load up on addictive substances if we need to. There we go. Oh, stop that. Jerk face.
Accomplished.
This is awesome too because these ghouls always have lots of good stuff on them. So if we look at it, you know, he's got cloth. This one's got military grade duct tape. That's worth quite a few more than one adhesive. I know at least that much. Cue ball, plastic. Plastic comes up quite a bit with energy weapon upgrades as well as with the T60 armor. Just repairing it, I believe, requires that as opposed to the Raider armor and the T45 armor, which just requires metal, steel. Oops. There's going to be a very loud bang soon. They always seem to inadvertently hit that vehicle out there with stray fire. Ooh, and there's another red rocket truck we can open. How about that? Or wicked shipping, excuse me. No, it's not a wicked shipping truck I can open. Whoa! Curse my curiosity. Alright, let's talk to you.
Excuse me.
We appreciate the assistance, civilian. But what's your business here?
I want a lot of fusion cells. Give them to me.
I prefer to keep my business to myself.
Then, if there's nothing left to discuss, I suggest you leave our compound immediately.
Oh, you're a huge poopy face. Oh, you jerk! If I'm a jerk to you, you're a jerk to me? How is that fair? You're supposed to let me get fusion cells.
Paladin.
Have you decided to cooperate and tell me what brought you here?
Fine, I'll be sarcastic.
Pest exterminator. I heard you had a feral problem.
You're doomed.
At this rate, you'll be dead in 2 days, and I want no part of it.
Oh, I'm
Then
just a
there's no
dick.
need for you to... Now, unless
Dance?
you can move along, civilian. Our situation might appear dire, but I've led my men through worse.
Alright, let me
I'll
help.
continue to help, but you won't.
Standing.
So I vaulted ahead on the dialogue, but one of the things that I did with Dance is that I was just a complete jerk to him, and he kept refusing to talk to me over and over again when I gave him the jerk answers. And yet, he'll still work with me. He'll say, well, you were a complete ass to me just 5 minutes ago, but you know what? I really want you at my back to help me on this mission of great importance for helping my friends.
Then let me know when you're ready to begin.
It's
move out.
incomprehensible.
All right, big guy.
Oh, and he's
Let's
also
go.
going to let me
Yeah,
just
yeah,
strip
I
the
know.
corpses of his friends. It's very odd. Hey, I leveled up, which of course I'm gonna not use the perk because there's no crafting around here for me to do. Where did Dance run off to? Did he just... Oh, that's right, he goes inside the police station and lets you gut the place. So here we are inside the Cambridge Police Station. There's some good stuff in here. There's lots of junk. There's fusion cells, which we definitely want. The distress pulsers, those are not only things that you need to grab and turn off for one of the Brotherhood
You gonna
missions,
pass me
but
up or
are
what?
also
I
worth
don't know.
junk.
Your prognosis
Desk
looks
fans
pretty
and
grim.
globes,
Might be more
always
humane to just
good to
take you out
grab
back and
because
shoot
those
you.
have screws in them, and screws can be a
You're
real
all hard
barrier to
dog.
crafting.
Just quit squirming so I can get these bandages on.
I love that the Boston Bugle is cloth because it means that you can make sleeping bags and beds out of them, which means that basically you have your settlers in
How's
your
security looking?
farms, settlements.
We
I'm
going to
sorry,
be able
I
to hold
do
out here?
continuously get my words and
We
my
should be safe
phrasing
enough.
mixed
Yeah.
up. I continually
Unless a
call
behemoth
the
decides to
settlements
pay us a visit.
colonies and the
Hey,
settlers
if that happens,
colonists.
we won't last long
And the
enough to
reason
worry
for
about
that is because I am also a board gamer. One of the things that I hope to do with Paternal Nerd is talk about board games, because that is one of the things that I do with my daughters and some of their friends. In fact, we introduced one of their friends to Carcassonne, which is, if you're not a board gamer, it's what's known as a gateway game. It's a game that drags people into board gaming. A mild digression there, and I am sorry about that, but we are going to be doing a lot more with Paternal Nerd than just playthroughs, even just, you know, video game playthroughs with my daughters, which should be unusual enough by itself. There we go. Let's just grab a whole bunch of stuff. Loot the Brotherhood of all of their valuable assets. This evidence terminal is part of another mission, which you can do with Nick Valentine. You don't need to. It doesn't really. You know, it's just got lore in it that doesn't do anything special. Don't believe. Again, this mission is great. Even if you never help Danse with his little mission here to get all those fusion cells I was talking about and all his other resources from the research lab where we're going, even without all of that stuff, this is just got a ton of fantastic stuff. This police station has got aluminum and screws and cloth and stim packs and ammunition and just tons and tons and tons of stuff that can act as a barrier to you when you're doing crafting. Glass, not so much of a barrier. In fact, totally not a barrier. Oh, I hope I don't end up overloaded when that buff out runs out. At least they last 50% longer. Just lore, we're not going to do any of that stuff. This playthrough, again, we're going to focus on how to do crafting and how to gather resources and sort of how I approach it with getting the adhesive and the oil out of the way, which we've addressed, and, you know, for example, some of the more non-intuitive things like why the laser musket is awesome. Dog meat! Dog meat, come here, dog
Hey.
meat. The only thing you're good for is, well, no, I can't say that. I'm a little bit ambivalent about companions. I'm keeping Dogmeat around because A, he doesn't give me any back talk. I don't have to talk over any side dialogue that he's going to be making. Second, he's cute. And third, he's a good mule for all my junk. However, the companions in Fallout 4 are indestructible, and which is a good thing overall. Dogmeat would die over and over again. I mean, if you went to the top of Trinity Tower, half the time he loses track of where he should be standing and falls off the edge. But because of his invulnerability, you can just send him at the enemies, and the enemies will spend all their time trying to blow up this invulnerable companion, and it makes the combats a lot less challenging, which, you know, I like a challenge. But, I mean, it's neither here nor there. I really do need him to mule all my junk for me, because I don't want to be spending perks on Lone Wanderer. And even if I did spend perks on Lone Wanderer, I could still bring Dogmeat along and get the bonuses from that, which I think is, frankly, something that shouldn't be. Alright, sorry. Sorry to have spent so much time blathering with you. We're going to carry on now with Paladin Danse and his little mission. Alright, let's go. We're going to vault ahead. Something that I missed mentioning is that when you do some of these Brotherhood missions, you get a lot of fusion cores. There's 4 fusion cores in an ammo box on the left side as you exit from the police station. Dogmeat, I was going to miss that, and Dogmeat found them for me. Alright, let us demonstrate this fully functional Death Star 4-crank laser musket.
We may have a
Oh,
problem.
we can't! It's got no ammo! Wait, no, I do have ammo! Yay! Watch this. I probably have a little bit too much love for this weapon, more than probably is logical, but I've had a lot of really good luck using this thing as a sniper weapon.
The first team's mission was a huge success.
Is this a Wicked Shipping trailer? No. On episode 2, we went to a factory called Wicked Shipping, and at Wicked Shipping we found a key And at first, I didn't think that the key was useful for anything. I have since found out that there are wicked shipping trailers, at least one wicked shipping trailer, just sitting on the roads.
Hostile. Reacquired.
Oh, I'm not going to waste my ammo on this.
Eliminated.
There's some more hub flowers.
Lock and load.
Whoa! Fuckers. Yes, I could pick up the mongrel dog meat and use it for cooking. It is one of the less useful food objects. I think it just gives you back 40 hit points or something. For this mission, we can let Danse do a lot of the fighting. He can eat up a lot of the blows, and more importantly, he can spend a lot of the ammunition.
Technology for their own gains, pocketing the cash and ignoring the damage they've done.
Ooh, social commentary.
This place is a mess, but I still see a few pieces of salvage that the Brotherhood might be interested in. After we're done here, I'll have to mark this place for sweep and retrieve.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna strip mine this place before you guys ever get here, so good luck with that. Much of this trash that I'm grabbing is worthless. Things like dog tags. Dog tags is worth 1 steel, which steel is super, super, super abundant whenever you unlock
See if you can find a way to get that door open.
whenever you unlock a settlement. You know, you can turn a car frame into 20, 10, 15, 20 steel. Alright.
Nice work. Let's
Hostiles
get moving.
combat
Send ambush.
initiated.
Light 'em up.
Sustaining. System offline.
Tango down.
Whatever that means. I swear, half the time Danse is just putting words together that sound vaguely military and have absolutely no logic or reason to them. Hate seeing these things where I can't scavenge them. Hate seeing that. It's like such a waste.
Melt them down to slag.
What? Oh, have fun.
Primary sensor critically damaged. You must be terminated.
Yes, I am losing out on a bunch of experience. Whoa! That sucked. Damn you, Danse! What the hell? I don't believe that. I have never seen that explosion happen before. Danse must have set off some fuel, some gasoline lying on the ground with his laser rifle. That happens. They migrated that over from Skyrim, where there's that sort of rainbowy, reflective thing on the ground that's flammables, oil, and here we are. Here's all our fusion cells. Love the fusion cells. The Institute energy weapons, they're good for scrapping for plastic, and that's about. And you get extra resources out of them when you get that second level of scrapper. You get lots of good stuff out of energy weapons when you get that second level scrapper. I'm just gonna let him set off that explosion this time. Look, there it is. There's that little gas leak thing. Huh. You know what? Danse can suck it. Here we go. Serves him right for killing me. More fusion cells. Gonna end up with a ton of fusion cells, even if I do wind up using the laser musket a bit. Although Danse is going to do a lot of the work
Multiple
for me.
targets. Take them down.
The shock baton is a remarkably good melee weapon.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. You have to unlock that for Danse to carry on doing what he wants to do, because his pathing sort of stops him there. He can't pick locks, only you can. So that's how they stop him from getting too far ahead of you, I guess. Or maybe it's an alternate route to here? Whoa! Don't walk over the thing, get the stuff. Yay! Fiber optics!
Yes. Sweet.
You can do all of the crafting at this point. I generally don't do crafting in the middle of a mission, but it's certainly something that's available to you if you really feel like stopping in the middle of something just to slightly improve your armor. Here we go. I had spoken here in some lost footage. The microscope is wonderful. It does weigh 5 pounds. It's a beast of a piece of junk. However, there isn't anything out there with more resources than the microscope, especially for energy weapons. It's got fiber optics and glass, and I believe also gears? Ah, and a copy of Tesla Silence.
Nice.
I love the covers on these. Really, the art department, I've said this before, I'll say it again over and over again, the art department at Bethesda just knocked it out of the park. Turrets are always good for biometric scanners and other goodies that provide circuitry. Circuitry isn't something that ends up being a huge wall. Like, it's not a gigantic barrier to crafting, because it's not as used in as many things other than turrets and energy weapons and some of the power armor modifications. But, you know, if nothing else, even if you don't go for crafting, here we are. Just about walked right past those bones, which could be turned into cutting fluid. The scrapper perk makes it a lot more difficult to walk past those things without seeing them when you have them tagged for search, because they glow. Oh, I've never gone this way. Neat. Oh, there's the entrance. I was wondering how to get back into here. Floor safe, huh?
Got it.
There's Danse.
Engine cores ahead. Should be our final stop.
Alright, Danse. Go to it. Come on, get out of my way. Go, dude. Go! Guys, why are you just staring at me?
Watch your footing. Looks like the power's out in this section.
Is that why you weren't moving? Because you were afraid you were going to fall? You're in power armor. Come on, dude. Go! Oh, you're both worthless. Alright, I'll do it. God. It's like everyone's been sitting around with their thumbs up their butts for 200 years. They're like my children. They can never clean their own room.
Power back online. There has to be a power backup system somewhere.
Follow Danse. It says follow Danse. He's way up there!
I'll remain here and watch our backs.
So I'm using only a slight amount of advanced player knowledge. Now you got this window here, and you're looking out into this room, and there's ooh, he went down the cool way. That's neat. Danse is going to be there. Well, what is going to happen here? Gee, do you think there's going to be a whole bunch of robots pouring down here after Danse while... and you have to ignite the rocket? Yeah. So one of the things you can do, if you want to give yourself a few extra experience points, with just a little bit of advanced knowledge, we'll just get ourselves a fragmentation mine, and we'll just lay out some mines here on the stairs for those synths to run into, because we know they're going to do it, right? Okay. Good thing that, you know, friendlies don't set off these mines. I guess we're going to use one of our precious bottle cap mines on this. Yeah, we'll put another precious bottle cap mine down here. They are precious. Alright, engine start button, empty paint can. What was the thing that we had to do? Oh, we have to go grab the fusion core after we get all this stuff.
Nice.
There's not too much back here.
Engine core power restored.
You hear that?
By order of the thermal engine fueled, primed, and standing by for your command. Rolling lane actuator damaged. Primary sensor criticized again. Calculating most stealth capabilities. Fascinating. Damaged.
Light 'em up!
Systems offline. It would appear my target has disappeared.
Alright, Danse, you can... I'll rescue you now.
Command accepted. Commencing 5-second countdown. 5,
Pressing fire!
4. Gone. 3. 2.
Looks like
1.
let's head up to the control room.
Engine firing.
If enough of those guys get killed, you do
Firing
spare Danse
completed
from getting
with an
fired,
efficiency
getting torched.
rating of 96.7%.
We're fortunate that the rocket engine fired instead of blowing itself apart.
Going down. Up. Is someone present?
You betcha.
Combat initiated.
Watch out! Pressing fire!
sensor critically damaged. Upper limb at critical failure.
I hope that's the last of them. Damn it. I don't see the device anywhere. Fan out and check the synth remains. They may have been after the transmitter as well. Let's get out of here. We'll take the service elevator to the surface.
Oh no, I'm carrying too much crap. Dog meat, where are you? Come here, boy, I got something for you.
Hey,
What? No! Well, you didn't have to be that way about, like, me making you carry stuff.
over here.
Boy? Alright, we'll drop some ball peen hammers. Those are pretty worthless. See, ball peen hammer, wood and steel, that stuff's common as dirt. Really, it's just been blindly grabbing everything. But, you know, an adjustable wrench, it's got a gear in it. You want to hang on to those. Actually, let's sort these by weight. This is the really good way. So, typewriter. Oh, here we go. Microscope I was talking about. Gear, glass, crystal, and fiber optics. Crystal's something that you do have to use on a lot of different things, so kind of handy. But this, drop. Anything where it's just steel, you can dump it if you need to get rid of weight. We don't want to get rid of those because these are oil, and oil can be somewhat rare. Wrench, 2 steel, worthless. Empty paint can, worthless. And heavy. Hairbrush, I'm gonna hang on to a glass, pretty worthless. Steel and wood, worthless. Wow, I'm getting a lot of radiation storms with this character. I've not seen radiation storms show up so commonly before. Alright, get more of the stuff. Dog meat! There you are, don't sink through the floor this time, boy! That's a naughty dog that sinks through floors. Oh, and he howls and he whines because he knows that I'm going to dump a bunch of crap on him. I swear Bethesda did that on purpose. Made it so that he gets upset when you're about to drop a bunch of garbage on him. Okay, give me the fun toy. Give me the toy.
Paladin Danse.
Well, that could have gone smoother, but mission accomplished.
Smoother? That'll be fine.
First and foremost, I think you'll find this weapon. May it serve you well.
This is a good weapon. A very good weapon. I have another character who is entirely the opposite of this one. She is completely and entirely incapable of all forms of crafting, and cannot even pick locks or hack terminals beyond the novice ones. And so her agility and luck are both currently 10, and when you have a really high luck and a really high agility, this weapon is crazy good because you're constantly banking up criticals and throwing them out. It's an awesome weapon. I'll just leave it at that. Alright, not necessary.
That isn't necessary.
I insist you keep.
Okay.
Now, we are up.
There we go. Come on,
Wait.
Vance. We're skipping past the dialogue because
No.
I don't...
I need to move on.
That's a shame. Well, if you change your mind, good luck to you.
Alright, so that's called Arms all done. We have to go back to one of our settlements and dump off all the crap and get out of this storm, too. There are a few more things inside the police station, but honestly what I want to do is I want to get us to Diamond City and then carry on with this character, go back, do some crafting, level up, show some other options. So we're going to change around our quests. I guess it's not too bad. Last few playthroughs that I had, I ended up running into a lot of super mutants and raiders and dying over and over again just trying to get to Diamond City when I tried to go like directly there. And here's Piper.
What do you mean you can't open the
I like
gate?
Piper. She should be annoying, but I like her.
Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? You want into Diamond City, right?
I just got here, but yeah.
Ah! Eek!
What?
So this is Diamond City.
Anyone is one of those things. It's a secretary.
Let's craft up our armor a
Everyone
little
else
bit.
may be closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open 24 hours a day.
Don't mean nothing.
Looks like I need to get back to my crafting stations, but I can do a lot. Leather armor, you can go all the way up, although studded leather is stupid. The whole concept of putting metal studs into leather armor to make it more resistant is crazy. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna jump ahead. What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk to Piper, and we'll do our little newspaper interview with her.
That's everything.
Sure.
Look, about your son. I didn't know if you... His name's Nick Valentine. A detective.
Thanks, Piper.
He'll like you. He's got a soft... Anyway, I agreed to come with...
So Piper is just about the easiest companion to get, and she's an easy level up just by doing that interview. I'm going to hang on to Dogmeat again, just because I don't like a lot of the crosstalk. Piper is a pretty handy companion if you do nice things and good things and do a lot of the main plot quests. Piper will like you enough that you get the special perk. I can't remember, I think it's called Gift of Gab, but it doubles the experience point value of persuasion checks and finding new locations, I think. I'm pretty sure about that. And so it just speeds up level advancement a lot. Not a big deal, but neat and kind of handy.
Don't move, synth. What have you done with the real Riley? Where's my brother?
I swear, I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes, we're family!
It would be interesting to kill that guy and find out if he's got a synth
Put
component
the gun
in him.
down, now!
He's a synth! He'll kill us all!
Kyle, no!
Okay, show's over. There are no synths in Diamond City. Hear me? Just you folks and your damn paranoia.
So let's put on some fancy glasses. Dogmeat will never judge me for extracting money
His
from
ties.
people. Or using drugs. You can't make Day Tripper, and you can't turn Day Tripper into anything else, and the same goes with Excel. If there is a way, I'll try and track it down, and then I might put a text comment in here about how, in fact, I'm wrong, and you can track down some magazine or character who can unlock those for you. But as far as I know, you cannot actually manufacture those drugs. But I'm gonna use it anyway. Oh, yeah.
Something.
Office closed. You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude, but... Okay, that's simple. Nick disappeared. There's no ball.
Hey, let help.
Nick, fine.
Fine.
Only come to the text.
Let's just, let's go.
Okay, you win.
I'll find him.
Thank you. Nick should be easy.
Wow, I am horrible. So now we have a whole bunch of junk amongst our network of settlements, and we also have the start of the Minutemen. And I rather enjoy doing the Minutemen. I've done everything except Brotherhood at this point. So I think in this playthrough I am actually going to make nice with the Brotherhood over anybody else. So here we are back in Sanctuary. I believe we've got a ton of stuff to collect now. In terms of goods.
Seems to be growing well. I can sign some of this.
Working through the lost.
Excellent. We've got a whole bunch of stuff
I
here
need
now.
to sign some of this.
I guess we don't have anybody doing anything with potatoes. We're going to fast forward through a lot of crafting here. So we could build a bunch of fragmentation grenades if I can get a second rank of demolition expert. Let's see what kind of drugs we can manufacture. Ultrajet. Yeah, we're gonna make some of that. Overdrive. Only takes acid, Nuka-Cola, and Psycho. Make a few doses of that. Alright, Mama Murphy, let's load you up with drugs. And then I gotta go get my kids.
Hey.
We're gonna need a heavy hitter for the site to keep working, kid. Buff out ought to do it.
Here you go!
Here. Go easy.
Wow. Forgot how strong that stuff is. Phew. Okay. Here it comes. Oh, God.
Okay, we're gonna fast forward through a bunch of stuff, including the construction of the workshop, doing some purchasing with Carla, and some other junk. You'll see things flicker by real fast.
Let's see what you've got.
I have a little bit of everything.
So here's a neat thing, just gonna interrupt this. I'm gonna build until I level up, because my next level, I believe, is gonna be higher enough to get me local leader 2, which will allow me to build a new cooking station after I idiotically scrapped the one cooking station without remembering that I didn't actually have the ability to create a new one, because I wanted, like, the indoors one. There's no logical reason, just because. But apparently with these generators, if the noise gets on your nerves, you can turn it off and on, and it'll make a different noise each time, which I didn't know. I only recently learned that. Oh, that's much better. It doesn't sound like a stuttering lawnmower anymore. That's awesome. One of the things with the power, I didn't realize this. I thought that you had to directly connect up all lights, but these little things here, these conduits provide, I guess they just telepathically provide power to nearby electrical things that aren't explicitly set up in a way where you have to wire them up. So that's a thing, which I didn't know. So here's like the light. This light will now work because it's near a conduit. And every time you do one of these things, it gives you experience. So now we have all our stuff in one place. Oh, one thing. Missed Me might have escaped your notice. Under Resources, here it is. Under Resources, there's this thing called Fast Travel Target. It is the cheapest and easiest thing to build. You can only build one per settlement, but whenever you fast travel to that settlement, you will land on this fast travel target. So now, whenever I fast travel to Sanctuary Hills, I'm going to land inside my workshop, and that is a huge time saver. Well, I don't have to walk past Mama Murphy, which is, you know, a win. Yeah, let's build some decorations just because I want to try and level up a little faster. I'll make a crib. A chill crib, yo, all. Ha, ha, ha. Never build airplane seats. Airplane seats require aluminum. Building airplane seats is bad. Build things like park benches. Those require steel and wood. If it requires anything beyond steel and wood, be very careful about building it, especially if it is decorative. It seems to me that the more resources something requires to build, and the rarer the resources that are required to build them, then the more experience you get for having built those things. Yeah, they get sleeping bags, I get a bed, because I'm the one building all the damned furniture. Man, I wish building real things was this easy. I would have such an awesome looking house. My neighbors would probably sue me, but I'd have an awesome looking house. To me. I'm almost entirely up to 13th level in just by crafting. I think I've gotten 25% of the experience I needed to get from level 12 to level 13 just by building stuff. So let's just finish that. Let's see if I can get a next level of science, and we can talk about some of the, and on a level of armor, and we can start talking about some of those armor upgrades. And we don't have a level of science. We don't have a level of chemist. We don't have our. We're way far away from our next level of scrapper. We're far away from our next level of gun nut. Yeah, let's just get blacksmith. So here we've had Model C unlocked for us, and as you can see, that's a pretty significant increase over Model A. Model A is just, 100 defense. Model B is 120. This is 140. Yeah, you need to get all the way up to Armorer 4 to get this, but also look to the right. Relatively little in the way of resources are needed to upgrade this armor as well. And we're going to get experience for this, so why not? Although I really want to do the arms. Let's see if something's available to us. So the miscellaneous mod, optimized bracers, reduce action cost for power attacks. I've gotten it before. It's okay. This is the bad boy right here. Blacksmith 3. It's going to take a good long while to unlock. But man, is it good. I mean, any one of these where your unarmed attacks are increased. This power armor does simply unreal amounts of damage when you just drop the weapon and start pounding on people with your fists. Can't do that. Let's see if we can get the improved shock absorbers on the legs. No, calibrated shocks require science too. So yeah, a lot of the power armor mods, they're not unlocked until you get to a higher level, so let's do something else. Let's improve the armor that we already have. So, leather armor, we can go all the way to the top with this, and look at all the resources that we have. We're a little short on leather, but that's not a huge deal. Mole rats always have leather on them, well, half of them do. Studded leather is still silly, though. Yeah, I used all the bone needed for these. I used all the bone on cutting fluid. So bone does get used for things other than cutting fluid. I don't think I ever said that it wasn't. Not anything that improves our carrying capacity I'm going to want. There we go, and we leveled up! Yeah, we're out of leather. And as we increase in our armorer, that vault jumpsuit gives you just incredible amounts of radiation and energy resistance, or at least as good as it gets outside of power armor anyway. Let's see what we can level up. And hey, look at that! Oh man, that kind of sucks. We got the next level of armor. You know what? Let's get the next level of gun nut, so I don't feel like I just ripped myself off. And let's see what we can do with our pistol now. I think this is as good as it gets for this thing. Yeah, we're all the way out. Well, we can do an advanced receiver. Exceptional damage, more yeah, we totally want that. So yeah, and you'll note that our adhesive, we have plenty of adhesive now that we haven't got a huge adhesive farm. We've not got adhesive coming out of our ears or anything, but certainly adhesive is not the barrier to crafting that. Oh, no, I didn't want you to build that. Oh, shoot. I got a large quick eject mag. And we got a Raycon scope. We're Gun Nut 2 and Science 1. So actually, I believe we can get a recon scope on our laser musket now, too. Muzzle brake, exceptional. Ooh, we're just about out of adhesive. Let's go back to the laser musket and see if I haven't just put the recon scope out of reach. Oh no! Let's see if we can harvest some stuff. We got everything we need except the adhesive. We might have to wait for our plants to grow. Just because. Hold on. Damn you, adhesive! Damn you to hell! Well, I think we're going to end this episode here after having leveled up, and I'm going to start another episode right on the heels of this. And we're also going to be uploading a video where my daughter's playing Skyrim with me sort of sitting at her shoulder and adding some commentary there. So we should be seeing a whole bunch of things coming up on YouTube with Paternal Nerd very soon now.